Good morning. We're live. Augment your week here on the Habit Finder. Excited to be with you. Let's give everybody just a moment to catch up with us this morning. It's what a beautiful Monday morning here in Bountiful, Utah, as we begin this new week. Excited to be with you. Let's give everybody just a couple minutes to join us, and we'll jump right in and take on a topic that I think is so critical for right now in life. Who wouldn't like it to be a little easier? And we read Mandino, and we get from scroll 1 about the importance of creating new habits, and then scroll number 2, the importance of living this day with love in my heart. And then we get to number 3, and there's a sequential order to this. It's like, okay, we got to work on our habits. The first one we want to work on is people. So we want to work on connecting and loving people. And then the very next topic is persistence. Yeah, persistence. Now, there's a couple of lines in scroll number 3, Mandino's scrolls, at scroll number 3, I'll persist until I succeed. A couple of lines that are really critical. I want to bring them to our attention this morning and see if we can't apply them to life. Og says, in the Orient, young bulls are tested. Now, if you look at my scrolls, I've got all kinds of notes on them. It's all falling apart. I wear them out and then I start all over again. I've got tested. You see that? In quotation marks and underlined. Tested. Young bulls are tested for the fight arena in a certain manner. Each is brought in the ring and allowed to attack a picador who pricks them with a lance. The bravery of each bull is then rated based on its willingness to charge in spite of the sting of the blade. Likewise, I am tested by life in like manner. What does this mean? So many of us would like to create something magnificent with our lives. We've got dreams. We've got things that we want to do. And August saying that first we get tested to see if we can be in that fight arena. That's the big arena. It's way over there. Can you see it over there? That's where we'd like to play. We'd like to play in the big arena. Well, you want to play in the big arena, then you get tested to see if you're worthy. Isn't that an interesting word? Worthy. And worthy means that we charge in spite of the sting of the blade. If I persist, if I continue to try, if I continue to charge forward. Now, try isn't try or don't try. This isn't a Yoda thing. This is do and do and do. Charge forward, I will succeed. So we know that's the first piece. Then he makes it very clear right after that we are not like a sheep who needs to be prodded by a shepherd. We'll want to be a lion, to be self-determined. I love the definition in the Habit Finder of the third most important measurement, self-directed, acting on my own moral authority, doing the next right thing for the right reason, because I want to, get to, and choose to. Can you feel that energy? That's what we want to be. This is the paragraph I've been pondering this morning, these next couple. The prizes of life are at the end of each journey, not near the beginning. If we could get a new perspective in terms of creation, and we've been talking about this for a number of weeks, that we have this worthy income generating vehicle, this business that we own, and we have a life. We work on our business, we live in our life. In our business, we set goals and we accomplish them. In our life, we identify dreams and we create them. The dream ignites our passion to work on our business, working without counting the cost or tracking the time. When we see the balance between all of those, then we realize that the major reason for being in creation is to fall in love with the creation process itself, because the prizes aren't at the beginning of the journey. We want to fall in love with the journey. It says it's not given to me to know how many steps are necessary in order to reach my goal or create my dream. Failure I may still encounter at the 1,000th step. Does it ever feel that way? Yet success hides behind the next bend in the road. Never will I know how close it lies unless I turn the corner. Always. This is Monday morning. Today is November 11th, 2019. Let us ingrain this in our souls today. Always will I take another step. If that is of no avail, I will take another and yet another. In truth, one step at a time is not too difficult. Whoever you are this morning, you've been on my heart. This is the one who feels like they've just reached the end of the road. They've tied the knot on the end of the rope and they're hanging on with fingernails, whatever it is for you. Always will I take another step. If that is of no avail, I'll take another and yet another. In truth, one step at a time is not too difficult. Wherever you are this morning, just take that one more step. I've been reviewing Take Today I Begin a New Life because I start recording it here in a week. Very excited to get that done as an audio book. And going back and reading that first section of the book and knowing that we got right down to the nubbies. I mean, it was like, do we collect on the insurance policy? Is that what we do to solve this problem? Just one more step. Henceforth, I'll consider each day's efforts as but one blow of my blade against a mighty oak. Now, this isn't about cutting down trees. This is about a metaphor, mighty oak. And a mighty oak is a very hard wood, and you've got this little hatchet in your hand, right? Boom, just a little thing. The first blow may not cause a tremor in the wood, nor the second, nor the third. And we could say fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth as well. Each blow of itself may be trifling and seem of no consequence. Yet from childish swipes the oak will eventually tumble. So it will be with my efforts of today. Now we have a tendency, scroll 5 talks to us about living present in the now. I'll not let one drop spill upon the sand. I'll waste not a moment, mourning yesterday's defeats, yesterday's aches of the heart. For why should I throw good today after bad? We don't want to be in that space. We also don't want to be tormenting ourselves over things that may never come to pass. We want to be totally present in the now, doing as much as we can, because this is what we know. 60 days from now, no matter where we are, it's as good as it can be, so long as we live present in the now, taking that next step, and then the next step, and then the next step. If we choose instead to mourn yesterday's defeats or torment ourselves over things that may never come to pass, we're going to create a self-fulfilling prophecy. They will, in fact, come to pass because of our inaction. We're always going to be wanting to take one more step, and then we get to look back and say, okay, this is where I am. What lesson do I get to learn from this? How's this going to help me serve other people? I'm going to keep taking one more step. Everyone I know that has reached high levels of success in their life, financially or otherwise, would tell you that it wasn't a short journey and it wasn't a straight trajectory. It was like this all the way, and sometimes occasionally a real dip and then back up again. But the common denominator is they persisted in spite of the sting of the blade. This is a great affirmation. I will be likened to the raindrop which washes away the mountain, the ant who devours the tiger, the star which brightens the earth, the slave who builds a pyramid. I will build my castle one brick at a time, for I know that small attempts repeated will complete any task. I will persist until I succeed. This morning, if I could give you a gift, it would be one of courage, of absolute commitment to persist, to take that one more step. We never know. So many times in life, I look back and go, I almost stopped and then just did one more thing. And sometimes that one didn't work either. And then one more thing, and then one more thing. Greg Reed wrote a book called 3 Feet from Gold. Sharon Lechter actually helped him do that. Sharon, what a wonderful human being. We don't want to be 3 feet from the gold and we've got this long tunnel that we've been digging, and we leave to go find gold someplace else when we're only 3 feet from. We don't know how many inches. But it's been my experience, you're closer than you think you are. You're closer than you think you are. So let us put away all of the failures, all the sadness and disappointment from the past. Let us learn from that. Gosh, what can I learn from that in how I choose to show up today? I'm not going to torment myself over the things that may never come to pass. I'm going to do everything in my power to create a different future, because my future is being built today. What I choose to do today is shaping my future. And I do that over, and I do that over, and I do that over. And one day you'll look back and say, wow, that was quite a journey. I'm grateful that I found the courage, C-O-U-R, cour, heart, la cour, our heart. I found the heart to press forward in spite of how I was feeling today. And yes, you know who you are, because you've been on my heart since really early this morning. This is for you. I want to put my arm around you and just tell you it's okay. It's okay. Now dive back in. One more step. Blessings to all of you. May this be, in fact, the very best day of your life.